Yeah. Pro Fan Sports Podcast. Let's get it. Pro fans, tune into the program. Every single week, get the dope, fam. Sean on the mic, very flat too. Keep you updated, that's what we do. Pro fans, tune into the program. Pro fans, tune into the program. Pro fans, tune into the program. Every single week, get the dope, fam.
All right. Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your boy, John Altidor with Pro Fan Sports Podcast, where the fans of the pros go back at you with, one of our segments with my boys, Vlad, Barry, and former NFL player, now turned CEO, Chris Gronkowski. How y'all doing?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, of course, Chris. We're doing great, man. We're awesome. We're excited to have you on and glad you could, come on the podcast with us today. So, yeah, man, this is pretty sweet to have you on here. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a great and, an amazing show with you and, the rest of the guys.
We can call you Gronk, right?
Yeah, so it was C Gronk back in the day. Gronk kind of took over the Gronk name, and that's kind of him. So whatever works though.
I'll tell people that I interviewed Gronk. I don't care.
Exactly.
All right. I mean,
I'm the older brother, so it's all good.
Word, that's what's up.
That's awesome, man. As always, to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Pro Fan Sports Podcast. And if you didn't realize, we have Chris Gronkowski, who is the brother of Rob Gronkowski, but we're not here to talk about Rob. We're here with Chris right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Chris, man, you're a former player for the Cowboys, Colts, Broncos, Chargers. We see the jerseys back there, man. What was it like playing in the NFL? And what are you doing now with your company, with the Ice Shaker, and basically what are your goals now?
Yeah, for sure, man. So I'll kick it back to the first question. What it was like to play in the NFL, and kind of back that into the difference between NFL and college. I get asked sometimes, and I see people post about it, like saying they think the best college team could beat the worst NFL team.
Oh my God.
It just cracks me up, man, because people don't realize how big of a step that is. You're taking the best college players for the last 10 to 15 years, and that's the NFL.
Yeah.
Where, college is, maybe the best for 4 years, the best high school kids. That's the difference. And it's also a job, man. So once you're getting paid to do something and that's your livelihood, that's how you're putting food on the table, that goes way up, man. Like the jump there is massive. Where in college, you're on a free scholarship. You're having fun. You're partying on the weekends. You're taking off plays. You don't want to be on special teams. Like all that completely changes when you get to the NFL. You don't take a play off. No one takes a play off. You beg to be on special teams. If you're on special teams, you're making that team. Everything just completely changes. Everything's recorded. Any day you can be cut.
Yeah.
No one's really guaranteed money unless you're a superstar.
Yeah.
Even if you get drafted, my brother got drafted second round. He could have got cut in the second year, and he would be on the streets with nothing. He'd have that signing bonus, but after that, you wouldn't get another paycheck. I don't think people realize that. You only get paid when you're on the roster that day, unless you have guaranteed money, which is maybe 5% of the team. So definitely next level. Anytime it's a job, not just a game, people are going to step it way, way up. So huge difference between college and the NFL. And stress levels are massive, man. That's for sure. Especially for a bubble player. I could be cut anytime, any day for being late. You come late, that's $1,000 fine, right there. If you weigh a pound overweight, my max weight was set at 245 pounds by our strength and conditioning coach. I came at 246 that day. I'm paying $500 that day per pound.
Oh, shoot. What?
Per pound.
Wow.
Damn.
I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. For real, me either. That's crazy. Wow, that's insane.
Some of the linemen party on weekends, and they come back 5-6 pounds overweight. They be in there at 4 a.m. with just full jackets on, trying to sweat it out. and then they would get fined per day, per pound. And some of them would get back, big chunks of their paycheck every week because
Wow.
weight off. So that's serious, man. There's no other job where you get fined for being overweight, right?
For real, facts. So
Or
it sure isn't.
just for being late. You come late, 1 minute late, $1,000 fine. So that's the kind of level that you're playing with. And then, there's a lot of pressure. I don't think people realize, but the whole gambling world and fantasy world, that's massive pressure because people are crazy about their money. And if you're the reason that they didn't win their fantasy league that week, you're going to hear about it over and over and over again on social media about how you suck. So that's just stuff you have to learn how to tone out. But NFL's a beast, man. It's way more than just a game like people say it is. And I respect everyone that plays it because, man, it's an absolute grind. It's a beatdown mentally and physically. Second part of the question, man, left the NFL, got 4 years in. I got pension, retirement, all that. That was kind of my goal. I was undrafted.
Awesome.
That's what's up. Congrats.
I appreciate it. After my first year, I said, wow, I can't believe I got one. I got to get 3 now because 3 is when you get vested. So you get the retirement, you get the 401k, you get all that. If you get 3 credited seasons where you play at least 3 games per year for 3 seasons. So I got that, got a 4th year in, and then I moved on. I got hurt, injury settlement, tried to come back, ruptured my hamstring, either had surgery or just said, hey, it's time to move on to that next level or that next stage in my life. And I did. So started a business with my wife at first that we still have. It's been super successful. And started a second business that was more based around my passion, which was working out. And that was called Ice Shaker. And that's where I'm at now. So 5 years into that business, my wife's business is about 8 years old now. And 3 kids later, man. And I'm just still grinding.
What's the business you have with your wife?
So that business was called Everything Decorated. She started it my 3rd year, 3 teams, 3 years. And she said, I'm not going for another job interview. So I'm going to find a way to work from home. There's no other option at this point. Started hand painting wine glasses. I come home, she'd have them in the oven. And I thought it was the worst idea ever. But they sold. I kept selling. I had to find a way to make them faster because it took 15, 20 minutes to paint each one. She found ways to scale it up. And then my contract ended. I started helping her out, started putting some of my money into it from NFL. And then it took off. So when I left the league, I went right into that. And, working out of our house, 80 hours, 100 hours a week, just grinding, man, just taking my mind off football, just putting that work in, just kept building and building and building it to the point where it took over our house, and then we had to get a storefront, and then we had to start hiring. And it's been good, man, but it all comes back to just working hard. That's what got me to the league, and that's what made me successful afterwards as well.
How's the Ice Shaker going? How's the Ice Shaker going?
Ice Shaker's been a beast. Got on Shark Tank our first year with the company.
I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. So investments from Mark Cuban, Alex Rodriguez at the time, and then offers from all 5 Sharks. But that really took us from just a side hustle. I was actually fulfilling the orders out of this room up here and storing the product here to a full-time job overnight. So definitely exploded the business. And then 4 years later now, we're everywhere. So we're National Vitamin Shop, GNC, Lifetime Fitness, grocery stores. I mean, the product's all over the place now, and it's been a good run, and we just continue to grow every year.
I mean, I think your wife got the blueprint because we're not trying to go to other job interviews either, man. We're trying to do podcasts and do other things, man. Obviously, you went undrafted in 2010, and you played for the Dallas Cowboys. And obviously this year, what's the show? Hard Knocks. It's about the Dallas Cowboys right now. What is it like for an undrafted player, trying to make it into the league? Like, what does their life have to be like? Like, what do they have to do to basically make it in?
Yeah, man. So you have to have the mentality that, your back's against the wall and you have literally no other options. That's how I looked at it. I said I have to win, and that's it. Like, there's no choice. And for me, my whole family was drafted besides me. So my brother Gordy was drafted in MLB. Brother Dan was drafted the year before to the Lions. My brother Rob was drafted the same year I was in the draft, the 2nd round. I went undrafted. So, to me, it was I literally have no option but to make a team here because I don't want to talk about it for the rest of my life how I'm the only one in the family who didn't make it. So that was my mentality going in. Like, I did everything I possibly could to make that team. I was a different person, man. Like, I'm scared of myself. Like back then, if I met myself back then, I'd be scared because I was out of my mind. And that's how you had to be to make it, man. So an undrafted free agent rookie hadn't made the team in 10 years. And that year, my roommate and I both made the team. So he was an undrafted free agent as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I think the Patriots have had like an undrafted guy go, make the team for like, what is it, like 17 years in a row or something like that, which is kind of crazy. That's really awesome that you made it into the league, man. And I was looking at the Wikipedia, and I saw one of the famous things was you missed a blitz pickup for Tony Romo or something like that. I'm like, they got to take this stuff out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, really.
People still bring that up, and what people don't realize is, and I love, they never even ask me about it, but you go into a game, you have a game plan, and you also have a full scouting report on the other team. So going into that game, we had a scouting report that said Giants will never blitz unless it walked up on the line. We had a game plan in that, if your guy's not coming, get out as fast as you can, because our left tackle that game was his first game starting. So he needed help. Their D tackles and DNs were legit. So they wanted us to get out. They wanted us to chip as we got out, give them some help to our left tackle, and then get out into a route as fast as we could so, they could dump it off to us. So on that play, my guy was actually lined up over Jason Witten in the slot. Witten motioned in. He came with him. He wasn't walked up on the line. He paused. He actually green dog is what we called it, where you delay blitz. You pause for a second, you read, and then he came. He came inside, and as he came inside, I came outside. I chipped my guy, and I got out into a route. And then, he hit Romo, and that's why you blitz, is to hit the quarterback. That's why people blitz. That's why it's in the game. But I didn't miss a block. Like, I didn't whiff on the guy or something like that. I was doing my assignment, and my guy came in. He came late, came inside, and, that's part of the game. Shit happens like that.
Yeah.
So get absolutely murdered for it. Where the whole season gets blamed on me. The media is just nonstop. This guy sucks. He needs to be cut, all that. Crazy thing is if it really was like that was the case, I would have been cut that day.
Yeah.
I ended up starting the rest of the season, and still to this day, people still hit me up like, if you knew how to block, we would have won that year. I'm like, we were 1-5.
Yeah, all right.
It's crazy, man, but I couldn't do anything about it. On paper, that was my guy. They went and the coaches, pretty much just said on paper that was his guy. They blamed it on me, and I'm an undrafted free agent rookie. I'm not going to start talking and saying, that really wasn't my fault. Like, so I just shut my mouth. I kept playing, kept working, and I just did what I could do.
That's definitely, that's probably like something for the Dallas Cowboys franchise that everybody thinks that, but I had no idea about that until I was doing some research on you. So I'm like, they shouldn't have that on there. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, that's irrelevant to, the career and everything like that. But, that's a claim to fame, I guess, right? You have a story for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Negative publicity is better than anything, right? So
it's not the kind of story he wants, though.
Everyone knows my name, though, so it's cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you guys are from Buffalo, right?
Buffalo.
Because I remember the media around here always made it a big deal when the Patriots went to Buffalo because Rob was on the team and everything. And obviously you and your brothers have played in the NFL and got different teams. Let's see, the Dallas Cowboys right there. I believe something about the Giants. I think, do you guys root for the Bills, or did you guys switch your loyalties to the teams you played for?
Yeah, so we grew up big Bills fans, and the crazy thing about all this is people call us traitors because Rob plays for the Patriots, right? And they go and smash them every year. And the truth is the Patriots actually had the pick before Rob got drafted. So with the 41st pick, they picked the D tackle. With the 42nd pick, Rob got drafted to the Patriots. So
the Bills had the pick before that.
Yeah.
So they could have drafted Gronkowski.
They picked,
that's a slap in the face.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they passed him up, and so every time someone calls us traitors for that, I let them know the facts. You don't know.
Hey, there you go.
And you don't have a choice where you go. You're lucky to get picked anywhere. You're happy to get picked anywhere. Maybe if you're the very first overall pick, you might have a little bit of a say, like some guys in the past have. But other than that, you don't get to pick where you go. You just play where you get picked. So it is what it is. But yeah, as a fan myself, I played for 4 different teams. I don't really have a one team that I root for the most part. Like I'm going to cheer for my brother. I still cheer for the Bills too, just because hometown, man, and Bills Mafia man. Bills Mafia is crazy. So you got to support the hometown.
You guys made the playoff last year and the year before that. So like,
Bills are balling, man.
Yeah,
they're good, and the whole city's behind them as well. So I love seeing them win because I grew up a big fan. My dad went to all 4 Super Bowls and lost all of them. That sucked. I mean, I definitely want to see them win. If they win, man, it's going to be mayhem. So I just want to see the party afterwards. I want to see how many tables are broken.
Hey, I mean,
but at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of everyone because once you play, you respect everybody because it's such a grind to get there. There's no bad team. It's just teams that haven't put it together yet.
How many tables have you broken?
I played actually started for 3 different teams and then went into camp with the Chargers.
No, how many tables have you broken?
Oh, how many tables? I thought you said how many teams I play with. I probably broke like 3 tables.
Oh shoot!
Those were both the college days, so I don't break tables anymore.
You're gonna break a table if the Bills win the Super Bowl.
I would.
right.
Definitely would. If they win, I'll break a table all day.
I believe it.
Is it just Rob left in the league, or your I believe Glenn?
Yeah, no, just Rob at this point.
Okay.
I was gonna. So I know that you scored your first touchdown in your first start. The first game you started in the NFL, you scored a touchdown. I think it was a 1-yard touchdown from Tony Romo. Explain to me that feeling. Tell me about that.
Yeah, man, that was when the Gronk spike was created, actually. So
no way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
First touchdown.
So the Gronk spike is not the Gronkowski or original.
He didn't originate.
I was the first one with the touchdown. So second game of the season that year.
Oh wow, that was you.
Yeah. So I guess the feeling was, I mean, it was just, man, like all that hard work, all that, just all built up into just like this massive spike is what it came down to. And so, I caught the ball. It felt like it was 1 yard, but it felt like it was hanging there forever. And then, man, just all that emotion, all that passion, just all that hard work paying off. You just throw it down hard. That was that feeling that I had. So it was legit, man.
And that was your only touchdown in the NFL as well, right?
Yep, only one.
I mean, as a fullback, right?
Yeah, that's good for a fullback.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. At least you got one.
That's Hall of Fame,
man.
I got one. I got a catch from Peyton Manning, so that's cool too.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
I got what I needed. I got out.
There you go. That's it.
You still have that ball?
Yeah, so I have that ball from the Cowboys. I got it framed. They wrote like my name and everything on it.
That's
equipment manager gave it to me right after the game.
That's great. That's amazing.
That's dope, man. That's awesome.
I thought I was gonna have like 10 of them, so I didn't really care at that point. But now I'm really happy he did that.
So I mean, so we are all Boston based, and we are all Patriots fans. So it will be weird if we didn't ask you any Gronkowski questions. What it's like to have a brother like Gronk that's, won so many Super Bowls. I think he's at 4 Super Bowls now.
He's won another one, man.
You know what I mean? And
5 coming up.
Say that again.
He said 5 coming up.
He said 5 coming up. Wow, number 5 coming up. He's gonna get another one.
Hey, he's with Brady, man.
That team is stacked, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tell me about your brothers a little bit about your brother's career and him going from the Patriots to the Bucks and having Brady at his quarterback his whole career. I mean, what is that like?
Man, for me, it's friggin' sweet, is what it's like.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, man, it must suck that your brother's better than you. I'm like, dude, he's better than you too.
Right. He's better than everybody, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, I get all the benefits and I don't have to get my ass beat anymore. So
Yeah.
so I thought, I mean, I get the best of both worlds. So I was able to step in. A ton of respect for what he's doing, man. I don't know how you go 10 years, or I don't even know what he's on now, 11 or 12. All the injuries too, just fighting through it, man. That's the absolute beat.
Yeah.
I have so much respect for what he's doing. Really for anyone, man.
Yeah.
At that level. So yeah, dude, it's been fun. I like last Super Bowl was probably the funnest Super Bowl I've ever been at because it was kind of like, you know, it shouldn't have happened like that. We didn't ever going to another game when watching our brother play. So, dude, that was sweet. Like I cherish the moment. Like once it's gone, you're like, man, I wish I you know, kind of cherished it a little more. And then it came back.
Right.
Now, hell yeah, this is sweet, man. So just a whole different perspective the second time around. So it was cool, man. But it's been fun watching them. It's like a dream come true, man. So it's been cool.
It's been fun watching him over the years as a Patriots fan, and just I think, you know, he's just a one in a lifetime player. Like your brother is a one in a lifetime player. You know what I mean? That's
never see
that's
nothing
amazing.
like that again.
So,
yeah, man, just whooped his ass so many times growing up. That,
Hey,
he don't feel anything anymore. So that's just all. You know?
I'm an older brother, so I understand. I understand that stuff right there, man. You got to get on them. You know what I mean? And if they're doing well, that's what you want to see, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty. Which boat were you on in that parade, man?
And so I went home. That was on a Wednesday. So
You went home?
yeah. So man, again,
Oh, dang.
you got 2 businesses and 3 kids. You can't just stay all the way till Wednesday. I mean, that's tough to do. So I went back and I saw it go down, and I was like, man, Tom even partied. Like, Tom, we're like, how could I have missed that? So Tom took the show. I mean, Tom out partied Rob.
Yeah, that was
isn't
crazy.
that crazy?
That was crazy.
If they win this year, I'm going to the yacht party or the yacht parade for sure. So
You already predicted that they're gonna win. So
yeah, I did. They're actually not favored. And the only reason I think they're not favored is because no one's went back to back in like the last 20 years. The last time
Since Brady did it.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, it's him.
Yeah, and so
Right, for real.
they're so talented, and they just got better. You know, the guys that were hurt are healthy now. They got OJ Howard back. You know, they got Giovanni Bernard. They have a third route down back now that they didn't have before. You know, they were missing that.
Like one of the best third down backs in the league, man. Like it's.
They always had James White or Danny Woodhead up in New England.
Yeah.
They have that equivalent, which they didn't have last year. That's a perfect fit for their offense. So, and then they got a whole draft class, and it's like that's not even fair at this point. They signed every single guy back, and you know, it all goes back to Brady, though, man. And why he's been so successful is he'll never take that huge payday. You know, he's not doing what Josh Allen did.
Yeah.
You don't take $250 million. All that does is it kills your team, man. And you see it over and over and over again with Super Bowl teams. They win, quarterback gets paid, and the team's done. And they don't win again because there's no money left to pay talent. So what Brady did, you know, he took legacy over money is what he did.
Absolutely.
He said, I want to win. I want to be the best to ever do it. I'll take $17 million instead of $50 a year, and I'll win every year instead, and I'll get paid more, and I'll be a legend forever. And
I'll be in endorsements.
and you're gonna make more endorsements, but it's hard to see that. I mean, you see big paydays,
Right.
You see what Mahomes got. You see, it's crazy. And how do you say no to that? But you know, it's just huge props to Brady for just saying, man, like I would rather win than be, you know, just paid stupid amounts. I mean, you don't need more than $17 million a year, anyways.
Right.
Don't need that in a lifetime. Like, Jesus Christ.
Especially for years.
Right. Barry, you want to ask a question, man? I know Chris got to go soon.
Yeah. So I actually real quick want to share an interesting and funny story with you guys. And we were talking about partying just now, and I don't know if you remember, Chris, but we've actually partied together. Like I've actually met you in person before. It was about
how is he gonna remember?
It was in Boston too. It was about 5 years ago. I'm at the celebrity bartending event that Dr. Leonard was hosting, and he had you, Rob Ninkovich, Wes Welker, Sebastian Vollmer, all you guys pulled up. It was at the Frisco's in the Seaport. So yeah, man, it was pretty cool and awesome. Got to meet all you guys. All you guys were great and awesome to talk to and stuff. And then also got to drink with you guys. We're all drinking. Had a good time. Like it was legit all you can drink. They had a whole bunch of drinks. Like pretty much any drink you named, they had it. So it was a full bar and stuff, which was pretty cool and pretty awesome. That they were able to have that for us. And then the cool thing about that event was, I remember towards the end of the event, they had you, Wes Welker, Rob Ninkovich, and Sebastian Vollmer go behind the bar and serve drinks to all the people that were at the party, which was great because what was the funny part about that was I remember you were serving people drinks, including myself, and tell me why this dude was giving great value on drinks. He was pouring legit all Jack, like it would be all liquor, all alcohol, and then it would be like a splash of Coke or a splash or whatever chaser. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to go with that drink. So I got me a Jack and Coke from Chris, and legit, when I drink it, I'm like, yo, like this thing has no Coke. It's all Jack. It's all Jack Daniels. Like he didn't put any Coke in. I'm like, word, that's what's up. He's trying to get me lit. He's trying to get this party popping. I'm like, all right, Chris, I feel you, man. I was like, I can dig it. I was like, that's what's up, man. So you definitely had me turned up and, and feeling good. So that was a fun event and a great time. That was awesome.
Yeah, I got some good pics from that. Like I was chugging like the whole bottle of Goose.
Oh,
yeah. Dr. Leonard. Yeah, that was great.
No, absolutely, Chris. It sure was, man. That was a good time and a good memory for sure, man. That I'll always have you guys. So I'm, definitely blessed and grateful that I was able to go to that event. So I was just gonna say, since we're on that topic about drinks. So if I was to serve you a drink at the bar, what would be your go-to drink? What would you want me to serve you, and how exactly would you want me to pour it for you?
Man, I've been just tequila and lime, man, has been my drink lately. That's it. I don't know. I don't drink that much though, but they say tequila is like the only upper, supposedly. Yeah. Everything else is depressing. So I heard that. I'm like, sweet. I got to try that out now. So that's been my go-to. And then I like keeping it clean. So not really mixing it with anything, usually water and lime, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, fill it up.
So you're a big tequila guy?
I am now. I mean, really anything, but that's been my go-to now. But yeah, I don't really drink that much with the kids and all that. So don't get crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Okay, what kind of tequila? If you had to pick one.
Oh man, right now there's a cool company here called Dulce Vida that I've been actually went to their headquarters a couple weeks ago, and that's been my go-to lately. But they mix it with real fruit already in it, so like you could get it with the lime already in it. They have like a pineapple jalapeno as well, and all you do is mix it with ice or water, and you're good. So that's been the go-to, man. It's some good stuff.
That's awesome.
Right, and I just had a couple more questions real quick. So I was just gonna say, who were some of your favorite teammates you played with in the NFL, and what was your favorite memory playing in the NFL?
For sure, teammates wise, man. My rookie year was my man Phil Costa, so my roommate, who's actually a college roommate as well, and then was the guy I was talking about earlier, who was undrafted. So came in together, made the team together. He went on to play 5 years. He left the league when he got hurt, fractured his back, and had to leave. So that was one of them. Pat McAfee with the Colts.
Yeah,
that's Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, man,
the man.
Playing a lot of special teams there, so I was with him a lot. But man, he kept things interesting all the time. Playing with Peyton Manning and Von Miller, that was awesome in Denver. Those are two that stand out. So those were good times. I got good teams. Fun teams to play on. One of my favorite teammates was DeMarcus Ware, my rookie year. Just He was a beast, man. But
he was a problem.
he was. Yeah, I could never block him. The joke was crazy.
No one could.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't the only one, Chris.
But they would make me block him in practice, which wasn't even possible. It just there's no point even trying. So, but he was a guy that he actually he was at his prime when I got there, and I was an undrafted rookie, and he'd actually sit down and talk to you, which you didn't always see that from superstar players. Usually they ignored you. So I worked out with him in the off season, stuff like that, where it was just cool, man. Like, you don't see a lot of guys do that. So definitely one of my favorite teammates. That's
awesome, man. I think
well, that's what's up.
Yeah, I think one last question I had. I'm a big boxing guy. Manny Pacquiao just fought over the weekend. He lost to Yordanis Ugas. But it's not even about them.
Ready for this one, man?
Oh my God! See that you knew exactly what I was about to ask, right? So Logan Paul fought Mayweather, right?
Wow, he got the flyer on deck.
Hey,
he fought him on June 6th, right? But then you and your brothers, 3 of your brothers, other than Rob, sparred Logan for 1 round each. What was that like? And did you get some hits in or what?
So this is the background on it. Like, none of us have ever boxed in our life, right? Didn't know we were going to be boxing. Got there, and I didn't know like Logan was actually training for real, like for over a year. And the dude was afterwards told us he's been training 6 days a week, full diet, full team. Like, he has a Hall of Fame coach coaching him. I'm like, once I found that out and I saw his warm up, the dude warmed up for 18 minutes jump roping. And I was like, bro, I can't even jump rope for 2 minutes, and I'm in good shape. And so at that point, I'm like, this isn't going to be good. So went in the ring. We practiced for 15 minutes. That's it. So I learned how to throw like a 1-2. And that was, we taped our hands. I'm like, I didn't even realize you tape your hands under your gloves.
Yeah.
We get in there, and man, at least I swung. Like, none of my brothers even swung. Like, I at least tried to. I tried to take them out at least, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were basically standing punching bags, man. We didn't know how to do anything besides take a hit.
So what you're saying is that was a publicity stunt to make him look good?
No. So what it was my brother Gordy. We went on his podcast. On Logan's podcast, and my brother was like, yo, you should box all 4 of us. And Logan was like, okay, that's a great idea. Because this all came about because Gordy, he did 1 boxing class, and he thought he was actually good.
Oh my God.
He says it kind of joking around, but kind of being serious. And Logan was like, okay, let's do it then. So then no one could back it down, right? After he challenged us, we're all like, well, dude, if he's going to challenge us, we can't say no now because we were the ones who brought it up.
Right.
Right.
So then it all gets arranged without us even knowing, really. And then Rob's like, you guys got to come to Tampa. And that day we end up boxing Logan. I'm like, this is crazy.
Right.
That's how it went down. At the end of the day, too, it was a YouTube channel. We knew it was going to blow up the channel, too. And But, I mean, I did. Dude, I mean, I was trying to at least swing. I was trying to get lucky. That's all I know.
Hey, at least you didn't go out like Nate Robinson or somebody. So you.
Right. We had the sparring gear on, so it would have been tough to get knocked out. But I don't know. I mean, if we went all like 3 rounds with him, he probably would have knocked all of us out.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It is for real.
Well, Chris, man, thank you so much for coming on Pro Fan Sports Podcast, man. It's been a pleasure to meet you and get to interview you. And, we root for all the Gronkowskis, whether they're on our teams or not, because you guys are like the most fun brothers in the NFL that we've seen anyway. So shout outs to you guys.
I appreciate it, man. This was a fun podcast, too. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, for coming on.
Enjoy your kids, man.
For sure. They go crazy.
Yeah, and if you want to come back on, feel free. You're welcome anytime to come back on, man. This was really awesome having you on. This was fun, so I'm glad we got to do this and make it happen. So it was good seeing you again.
Don't feed them any more drinks, man.
Yeah, we got open bar coming.
Nice.
Hey, word.
Awesome.
Well, thanks a lot, Chris. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Let me know when it comes out, and I'll post it up as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll send that to you. I'll send that to you for sure. Absolutely.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
All right.
No problem. You have a good night, Chris. Take
Good
care,
week.
man. Tell your brothers I said what's up.
All right.
Barry said, "What's up?"
Hi, Barry.
I appreciate you.
Later, guys.
All right, later, Chris.
That was awesome.
Word.
That was great.
Word. Hell yeah, that was dope, man. That was a lot of fun.
Those brothers are definitely fun, man. And obviously, if you're still watching, I mean, hopefully you're still watching because we just interviewed Chris Gronkowski, man. So that was pretty dope. Make sure you're subscribing to the page for sure, because that helps us elevate the channel because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. You know what I mean? It's free to subscribe. Just make sure you're subscribing. Me, Vlad, and Bear will be here on the weekly, you know, with these interviews and these special guests, man. But, you know, before we wrap up, I wanted to ask you guys if you heard the news about, you know, Cam Newton and, you know, now he's going to be out for 5 days, you know, with some COVID protocol stuff. Like, what do you guys make of that? Like, I don't understand it. Like, he went to get tested somewhere else. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the real story is, but I heard there was some miscommunication with the testing or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the story is, but it's not good for Cam Newton. It's good for Mac Jones, though.
I mean, it was vague, right? Like the whole announcement, because it came from Adam Schefter. It says Pats QB Cam Newton out 5 days due to COVID protocols. Pats, due to this is the Patriots, due to a misunderstanding about tests conducted away from NFL facilities and as required by the NFLPA protocols, Cam will be subject to the 5-day entry cadence process before returning to the facility. I'm like, so is this like an organizational problem? Like, did the organization make I don't know, what's that all about? Like, are they trying to sabotage Cam? Like, how do they not know the rules?
No, it sounds like Cam didn't follow the protocol. He needed to get tested with the Patriots. It sounds like he went and got tested somewhere else.
I thought, so apparently he doesn't have the vaccine, right? He didn't get the vaccine because he has to go somewhere else to get tested and stuff like that, which is surprising because the guy was out last year for a week with coronavirus, and you know that's what they basically put the season all up on. You know what I mean? Saying he had COVID and this, that, and the third. So I just thought that was interesting. But you did say that opens the door for Mac Jones, right? Like, you really think Mac can do something like in 5 days to like get the starting nod?
It's just time missed by Cam Newton is good time for Mac Jones. Like, he gets to practice with the first team, get to make an expression on Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels. It's just whatever time Cam Newton is missing is not good for him. It's always good for Mac Jones.
Yeah. Barry, what's going on, man? What's your thoughts on that? You
I'll just make it quick because I do have to get going. But it's like a really weird and awkward situation with what's going on between Cam Newton and the Pats. I really don't know as far as like what exactly the misunderstanding was. You know, whether it was between, you know, whether it was more on the Patriots or whether it was more on Cam Newton. I think, you know, that it may probably be on Cam Newton, the misunderstanding of the COVID protocol, you know, because, I mean, the teams, including the Patriots, have been pretty, you know, like strict and pretty on point with the, you know, with the protocols as of, you know, right now. They really haven't, you know, had any situations where they messed up, had any players, you know, mess up or have a misunderstanding on it prior to the situation. So I'm still trying to figure out and find out what exactly went wrong and what was the issue. You know, as far as him, you know, leaving the, you know, the team facility and going to apparently a medical appointment that he got that was approved by the team, by the Patriots, and getting a COVID test. It's a lot of like factors and things that are going on that I'm still trying to piece together and figure out what exactly what happened, like everyone else. So I don't, you know what I'm saying, I really don't know what to say at this point, as far as who it was that, you know, messed up. But I mean, we'll wait and see what happens when more information does come out, you know, as they will on this situation. But it's unfortunate because thought Cam played well in the preseason, as well as Mac, and I thought Cam was starting to turn it around and, you know, and play, you know, better football. And it's unfortunate that, you know, it happened at this time. But like you said, guys, this could open the door and be an opportunity for Mac Jones to really, you know, to seize the moment and take advantage of this moment that he's, you know, been given, you know, by this situation. So we'll see how it, you know, plays out, you know, this week, you know, with Cam Newton not being there, Mac Jones getting most of the reps in camp. And then the joint practices and, yeah, and you know, at Gillette, which I think we'll be at one of them, if I'm correct. So looking forward to that.
Man. Yeah, man. We'll definitely let you guys know if you want to follow these stories. You can follow us on social media, especially Instagram, where you'll get these news clippings and everything that's happening currently at @profans_sports. And until next time, man, we'll catch y'all on the next episode. We out, man.
Peace out, everyone. Have a good week. See y'all next week.